Welcome to this tutorial on setting up a fintech platform using Node.js, React, and MongoDB. We'll also integrate Docker and GitHub for a seamless development experience. In this project, we'll build a full fintech platform architecture. We'll use Node.js for the backend, React for the frontend, and MongoDB for the database. We'll Dockerize our services and push our code to GitHub. By the end, you'll have a fully functional fintech system with APIs, a front-end UI, a database, and a complete Docker setup. Here's an overview of what we'll build: a fintech platform architecture. Our tech stack includes Node.js, Express, React, and MongoDB. We'll use Docker, Docker Compose, and GitHub for our development workflow. We'll also discuss the benefits of Dockerizing our application. Let's start by setting up the backend using Node.js and Express. We'll generate a package, JSON file, create a server, JS file, enable cores, connect to MongoDB Atlas, define API routes, use .env for environment variables, and test our backend endpoint. Here are the commands to set up our backend. We'll create the necessary directories, initialize a Node.js project, and install the required dependencies. This will lay the foundation for our backend development. Next, we'll run our backend server and ensure it's connected to MongoDB. We'll handle any errors that arise and verify that our server is running smoothly. This step is crucial for the stability of our application. We'll test our API endpoints using curl commands. This will help us verify that our backend is functioning correctly and that our API routes are working as expected. Testing is an essential part of the development process. We'll use MongoDB Atlas to query our database. This will allow us to verify that our data is being stored correctly and that our database operations are functioning as intended. MongoDB Atlas provides a powerful interface for managing our database. Our Fintech API is now running. This message confirms that our backend server is up and running, and our API is ready to handle requests. This is a significant milestone in our project. Here's an example of a user data response from our API. This response shows the user information stored in our database. It confirms that our API can successfully retrieve user data. This is an example of a transaction data response from our API. It shows the transaction details stored in our database. This confirms that our API can handle and retrieve transaction data accurately. Here's an example of an account data response from our API. This response shows the account details stored in our database. It confirms that our API can manage and retrieve account data effectively. We'll use the MongoDB Atlas interface to manage our database. This interface provides powerful tools for querying and managing our data. It helps us ensure that our database operations are running smoothly. Now, let's set up the front end using React and Axios. We'll create a React app, define routing, create API requests, manage state, and optimize performance. This will give us a dynamic and responsive user interface. Here are the commands to set up our front end. We'll create a React app, install the necessary dependencies, and set up our project structure. This will lay the foundation for our front-end development. Welcome to the Fintech dashboard. This is the main interface of our application, where users can interact with the system. It's designed to be user-friendly and intuitive. Here's the user management interface of our Fintech dashboard. Users can create new accounts and view existing user information. This interface makes it easy to manage user data. This is the transaction management interface of our Fintech dashboard. Users can add new transactions and view existing transaction details. This interface helps users manage their financial transactions efficiently. Here's the account management interface of our Fintech dashboard. Users can create new accounts and view existing account details. This interface provides a comprehensive view of user accounts. Finally, we'll Dockerize both the backend and frontend. We'll create Docker files, build Docker images, run containers, scan images for vulnerabilities, and push our images to Docker Hub. We'll also push our code to GitHub for version control and collaboration. We start by building the backend using Docker. The process involves pulling necessary images and dependencies, ensuring everything is set up correctly for our fintech platform. Next, we use Docker Compose to bring up the backend services. This step ensures all components are running smoothly and are properly connected. Here, we see the API response from our user endpoint. This confirms that our backend is correctly handling user data. The Fintech dashboard displays user information in a clean and organized manner, allowing for easy management and interaction. We perform a security scan on the backend, identifying vulnerabilities and ensuring our system is secure. A similar security scan is conducted on the frontend to detect any potential vulnerabilities and maintain overall security. We tag and push the backend and frontend images to the repository, making them available for deployment. Version control is managed using Git, with initial commits setting up the repository structure and tracking changes. In conclusion, our project leverages a modular architecture, containerization, and best practices to ensure a robust and scalable fintech platform. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates.